Right, I'm going to chat to you. I think this is going to give you what you need more than hitting shit. You smash fuck out of things like that, right? That's what you do. Real self-protection comes from avoidance. Early recognition, avoidance and escape. It also comes from de-escalation, talking your way out of shit. The fight part is only if all that fails, and there's always consequences to that. But if you're going to fight, you've got to fight till there's nothing left to fight about. The only thing that matters is you getting home in one piece, right? And there's always going to be consequences to that. But for some students, it might be good to accentuate on all of it. You know, you need awareness and a bit of the fight part. But you probably need less of the fight part than you do the street smart part. Why? Because you got it, right? Yeah. You might need more of the fight part, but while you're getting more of the fight part, you might need more of the street smart part. So that you're not likely to get a problem until you're fucking ready to deal with it. Because right now you're not ready, but you're getting ready. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Us, as older folk, right, can often get selected because you're older. So for us, it still might be more sensible to be street smart and wise, but it might be really good to learn verbal judo. So I'll talk you out of fucking with me by just my personality and my persona. And I'll do it in a nice way. That'll probably make you laugh, but you'll realise you don't want to fuck with me. If I could talk you out of it and we end up buying each other a beer, only likely with a certain type of person, then I've avoided confrontation, haven't I? Yeah. It's much better, isn't it? Because the physical part is dangerous. But here's something that applies to all of us. The situation in the world is changing and we are facing active threats. So in the States they call it an active shooter. Here it's called active threat. So an active shooter, someone goes into a public place and shoots every fucker. That may proceed with an explosion for disorientation and then they shoot every fucker. In the UK, where they're using vehicles as missiles, running people down, then jumping out and using edge weapons like machetes and axes and stabbing and killing everyone. And anyone that's in the vicinity is getting it, and then they go to public places, enter the venue and everyone's getting it. This is an active threat definition. Now regardless of why that is, whether it's terrorism, whether it's religion, whether it's a false flag, whether it's just bullshit, it's happening. People are dying for whatever reason, and people are getting attacked, so you need a fucking solution. So the UK solution is run, hide, tell. Who the fuck are you going to tell? Ghostbusters? What if you can't fucking ring someone, you've got no signal, there's no comms? What if you do get through to the right authorities, then what? They're going to help you right there then? No. Maybe they come, maybe you've done your dutiful bit by notifying the public, but notifying the authorities, but there's no one to help you. In the US and the rest of the world, the idea is run, hide, fight. So why, you might ask yourself, do the UK government not say to us fight? Are they trying to pacify us all so that we don't fight? Are they just thinking that we've not got the British bulldog spirit anymore and no gumption left? Who knows? But the bottom line is, if anybody's put in a life-threatening situation where they're going to die, it stops with you as a personal choice what you do about it. You can either freeze, capitulate and die like a slaughtered sheep, like many will. We can make the decision to fight back, but what will be present will be the natural biochemistry of the fight or flight response. Here's what happened in most of those situations. So you're in a shopping mall, public place, 3 armed men come running through and all of a sudden somebody gets next to you, gets chopped in the head with a machete. He's dead. Next person gets stabbed. There's screaming and everything else and there's carnage. The immediate seeing of that for the average citizen will result in screaming, freezing on the spot or running manically with no thought. And the reason for that is because they've got no expectation of it happening. It would be a complete surprise. Well, I put it to you that if you read the fucking news and you know what's going on in the world, and that happens, you should immediately know what's going on. And if you reiterate it through training and somebody telling you like me, and then you take it further by thinking about it in your own time and actually going through a crisis rehearsal in your head as to what you would do. Now, if something immediately happens, instead of going frozen straight into shock, you'll know what's happening. Would that be useful or not?
Yeah, definitely.
That would not stop you from feeling scared out of your life and absolutely hypervigilant, and it probably would not stop some people from freezing. But if you know what's going on, and you have an acceptance beforehand that it can happen, then you're less likely to be shocked like a rabbit in the headlights. Because a rabbit in the headlights will get you killed. Right, so let's look at the first thing you should do. Run, the advice is. No advice on how to run, where to run, but run. So think about this. If the active threat is coming toward you, or has its back to you, or if there's more than one, it could be covering all ranges of vision. But prominently, if somebody is coming forward as an active shooter or somebody with a weapon to hurt others, his peripheral vision arc is 10 to 2 o'clock. He has closure because he's suffering from adrenaline. If he is facing you and you are anywhere in that 10 to 2 arc, he will fucking see you. So use the 10 to 2 rule. Stay outside of 10 and 2 of his fucking vision. So if he's there, I want to be either over there or I want to be over there. I do not want to be here. Does that make sense? Yeah. So knowing that, first of all, is useful. Not only do you want to be outside of the arc of vision 10 to 2, you want to stay low and you want to move very quickly with a purpose. That's what you want to do. So now, if I'm going to run, I know that I need to run to an exit, if I can find one, or some kind of concealment and cover. Know the difference between concealment and cover. Concealment will hide you, but it won't save you from a bullet round. Cover, like a solid structure like that concrete wall, will conceal you and protect you. So learn the difference. Hide behind a curtain, great, can't see you, but it could shoot you. Hide behind a steel barrier, that's much better, right? So understand cover and concealment and the difference. When you go to any public place, particularly if it's our capital, think more. So here's what I mean by more street smart vision. When I go into any restaurant, right, I look at it from a twofold perspective. I don't just look at the public entrance and the public exit. I look at it from a work prospect as well. So if somebody works there, there's a workman entrance. There's a service entrance, there's a delivery entrance, which means there's more than one fucking exit. So look at buildings two-dimensional. Don't just think, it's this way in, this way out. No, where's the staff exit, staff entrance? Because if that gets cordoned off or blocked off, well, that's where the threat is, where you can go. Do you understand? So starting to look at buildings more two-dimensional is one way of being more street smart. Crisis rehearsal, you know. Putting yourself in a position where your back and your flanks protected. You know where the exit is, you're aware of the security. You know, anything that you could use as an improvised tool, you've scanned it, you know where it is. Right. But let's get back to a run, hide, fight part. So run, stay out of 10 to 2 peripheral arc, stay low and move quickly. Get to cover or concealment and know the difference. Let's say you hide now. Hide behind cover or concealment is one, but hide in a room where you could barricade the door would be better, wouldn't it? Let's say if you have a party of people together, particularly your own people, you want them with you, and you manage to get to a room somewhere, a broom cupboard or something else, and you manage to structurally barricade the door. Recognise what you could use to barricade the door, know how to do that, right? The very next thing that you should do is formulate an armoury. So look around you and find whatever you could employ as a weapon and make sure everybody's got something. Take control of the situation, delegate. You know, delegate who does what. If somebody's panicking and flapping, knock them the fuck out. Because panicking is contagious. I'll choke you out if you panic. I'll give you one slap. If you don't get it together, I'll fucking put you out. Because you're part of the problem, not the solution. But here's the very first thing that you should do once you run and once you hide. First thing you've got to do is get you right. The recommendation for that is to use what you call the Zen moment. You need to get back in the now. So something happened and you ran, and you grabbed somebody and you got to where you are and heart ran like the clappers, will it not? If your heart's going like the clappers and it's above 110, 20 beats, which it will be, then there's a good chance you're no longer cognitive, which means you can't think. If I said to you, just tell me the alphabet, say pizza, piper, pizza, paper, pick a paper, spell your name, spell it backwards, you'd be like, fuck off, you're dumb as shit. You're left with the intelligence of a dog. So the only way to get more intelligent is to get calm. So if you're somewhere where you're barricaded and you're relatively safe, tactically breathe. What we finish with. Breathe in for 3 seconds, 4 seconds, hold it, 4 seconds, force out your mouth, 4 seconds. Do it 3 times. There's many patterns of tactical breathing, look at it. That will lower your heart rate. As soon as it lowers your heart rate and you're calmer, you go back from limbic, which is panic, to cognitive, now I can think. Do you understand? And what will also help you do that is to get in the now. Get in the now very quickly, so make a note of everything. Right, I'm wearing black boots, grey trousers, I've got a white shirt on. Watch, it's 2:10, it's the 10th of October. There's 6 people in here, there's 1 exit. Do you understand what I'm doing? I'm seeing and saying, which is bringing me back to the now. Yes or no? Get me?
Yeah.
So I'm tactically breathing to get calm, get my heart rate down, and I'm saying what I see to bring back in a higher level of brain function. I'm striving to get cognitive again so I can think. You've got to take fucking charge of things, you know what I'm saying? If no one else is doing nothing and everyone's panicking, some cunt's got to do something. You be that cunt. So the very first thing I would say to you is, right, fucking barricade that door, right, grab anything you can. You take that, get it together, right, you're this side, I'm this side. As soon as that fucking door's breached, I'll take the gun, you tackle him from behind. Got it? Understand? That's the only way. So the fight part would come in best via pre-arranged team tactics where we're all on the same fucking page. And they do a lot of courses in the US for the active shooter based on this run, hide, fight. But they don't do it here. They don't do it here in the UK. So I'm working on putting something together. And I'm looking at it from the point of view of active threat where they're actually employing, so simulated weapons, big fuck off knives. That's what they're using. In the US they're using simulated Glocks and they're using AKs. You know, so maybe it would be a good idea to throw that in as well. So if I was to put such a module together, what things would I need to cover? Well, I need to cover weapon disarming. I need to cover sneaky ambush attacks from the rear to get somebody down quickly. You need to learn how to do that yourself, and then you need to know how to do it with your mate. And then you might want to learn how to work as a team. So if there's one mad fucker fucking hacking some of the pieces on the floor, if you two intercept, one seizes the weapon limb, one tackles him from behind, you both batter him to fuck. The other third guy now could be evacuating the poor guy that's just been chopped to pieces, getting him somewhere safe. Do you understand? Team planning, that's the kind of thing. Now a lot of this depends on your mentality.